This is a CNC machine. I got this by trading it for a coffee table. No, trading it for a table to a coffee shop. Totally different. If you wanted to see that video, go check it out. But one of the surprising outcomes of this coffee shop gifting that I've been doing recently is that I was returned a gift.
Quite a few months ago, we were given, and I'm not sure if this is accurate, we have in our possession a CNC machine that has been in our shop for 10 months at least. We have never turned it on, we have never used it because we're afraid of the dust. So today we're going to try and begin the process of making a dust-free CNC machine. We're going to build a room around the CNC machine and we're going to vapor barrier it so that none of the dust that comes off the machine can get anywhere else in the shop. We're just containing the chaos that is a CNC machine.
Our problem is the CNC machine weighs a ton, a literal ton.
So can we lift it? We moved it in here with 4 guys.
And it
four
was
people.
not fun.
And it was one of those kinds of lifts.
Everyone involved had a bad time.
Yeah, I think we did 10 feet, take a break. 5 feet, take a break. So now there's 2 of us. Can we make it the next 20 feet to its final location? Let's find out. Roughly in that square box where there's a line painted on the floor, something like that. But it does mean that we lose a little bit of our shop. Open concept was really nice when we first started, but we've had to kind of partition off pieces of the shop. So in the back there, we've got a partition with the stairs and everything. Now there's access to the attic, which is great. And on top of that, we have an actual office that we can work out of, which is good as well. It's starting to fill up with bits of wood and that sort of thing. But we're getting there. Look at those guitars. Whew. All right, back to work. What a massive tool. We're gonna spend over $1,000 just getting this thing operating, the free one.
It's probably very similar to getting a free bug.
Coming in. Look at that.
Just kind of draw it from.
I actually have these skidoo rollers. I totally forgot I had them. They're for rolling skidoos around in your shop. And I don't know what their weight limit is, but we were pushing it. We have this obvious power supply.
It's a pretty big cable.
Big heavy cable. And following the cable, it looks like it just runs right over to here and plugs into the cutting head. What happens if we just plug this single cable on? Airspeed from the bit is enough to make dust blow around in here. So it looks like we have a couple of things going on here. So we have this power supply unit here, which I think runs all of the servo motors that control the armatures and your 3 directions.
These little wires are tied into this computer and it's at 28 volts. And this computer is from the days when you manually lock your computer with a key. Does anyone remember that? There's a date on it. It looks like 1998 or something. Well, we are going to learn how to operate a CNC machine.
But first of all, even before we begin learning how to use the thing, we need to build a room, and we're going to seal it off with kind of a low ceiling. We're going, I think, 7 feet high.
Yeah.
Mike's like 6'4", so we need to give him a little headroom. It's like a little bit of headroom.
You're this basically. So
yeah.
6'4", so another 8 inches above me.
Yeah. So there's enough room for all of our hardware to move around in there.
You can't skip.
And then we'll have a kind of storage area on the second floor above that. And then we can vapor barrier off all the other sides and put a double door on this end so we can load the CNC machine with big slabs if we wanted to do that sort of thing. Exciting.
Yeah. So we'll have a 4x4 post.
It could theoretically be 4 feet wide, basically.
Yeah.
But that's
pretty
super
wide
for a door.
Typically doors are like 32 to 36.
Yeah, do we want to use a real door? Do we even have a door?
I don't know. I think we just make our own, I think. We have 4 inches plus 36 inches.
Which is 40 inches, right?
So yeah, 15 feet,
4.
take away 40 inches.
So there's 2 12-footers.
It looks finished, but there's still lots to be done before we can start working on the actual ceiling of it. I still have to tag in all my beams with concrete screws onto the wall, and then at the bottom I need to notch my plywood for the bottoms of the post. And it's always the little things like that that are the finickiest and the slowest.
Yeah. Can you fit under that door? If you really stretch, oh, it looks like there's a hand there. We made it mic height, exactly. We're allowing for about that thick of winter boot.
When we measure our buildings, we just measure the tallest person.
Yeah, okay, well, it needs to be this tall, plus a little bit for winter boots. It really isn't that clear, even though it's clear poly. You can it would be all smudgy. You'd be like, I can't see what's going on. And then you'd want to put your...
the gist of it, but you can't see any detail.
Yeah, no detail. Just a little bit of an update here.
No nails ever.
What are we working on now, Mike?
We put the vapor barrier over, and it's actually really hard to see through the vapor barrier. So now I'm thinking about putting some of these plexiglass sheets that we have, and putting them through, and that'll just like lighten it up a bit.
Yeah.
I think, because we want it to be nice and light. We want to be able to see what's going on in there. We don't want to have our faces right up against it, because I don't know if you saw when it was running, but it looks like it's going to be throwing some chips around.
We have now a wall in with 3 plexiglass windows. And then it's quite bright in here right now because the sun is out and we have our window in. But when the sun goes down, it is dark in here. So we're trying out a 1400 lumen light, and we're gonna see how that does it, brightening this place up a little bit. But it's coming together. We have the wall done. Our railings need some like lower rails upstairs, and the floor could be, it's only a subfloor right now, so it's a little bit basic of a floor, but the joists are strong. So we have a full storage space above here. A secondary floor might be nice to just take care of some of the gapping that you can see through there. But there is vapor barrier underneath, so it's gonna be airtight. And then it's just down to the last nitty gritty stuff, like building a door that goes there and like filling all the gaps in the walls on that side. And then building a huge bay door that can open and close so we can load this thing with huge live edge slabs to get flattened. And then moving all the computers and everything out to the outside here and setting up some sort of a desk, maybe. I'm thinking like a desk right here so you can look through and watch the CNC cut. And then mount a blower just to the right of that window over there. And somehow rig that up to the CNC so it can follow it. Okay, it's starting to sound like a lot of stuff when I say it all out loud. You want me to turn the switch on?
Okay.
Hey.
I love it when you test things and they do exactly what you wanted them to do. It's like a museum centerpiece.
Yeah. So we have this, I don't know how big, 42? No.
It is 52.
52 inch circular saw blade.
Apparently it is bigger than the circular saw blade at the new mill that they just built.
Oh yeah. This is like an industrial circular saw blade that came off of my grandfather's original mill. It's a pretty cool little chunk of metal. I'm thinking maybe we could just put it in that room over there and hang it on the wall as kind of a showpiece. Why don't I give you a hand with that, Mike? Okay, where are the hooks in there? Okay. Right there? Yeah. Gotta go up.
Yeah.
It's gonna go up. Like that. There?
It's pretty big.
Oh, that looks really cool. We might need to get that thing painted and do a custom paint job on it and backlight. Oh,
52 inches.
amazing. Yeah, showpiece now. Look at that little computer station. We have the CNC computer plugged in finally after kind of rebuilding it. We did our first test run.
Yeah.
We flattened a slab. We made a ton of sawdust. We need dust collection badly, but we're having a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun. Total noobs at designing and cutting, so yeah, we shouldn't be trying to cut something on camera at this point, but we are. We're doing it.